Hey, we're trying something a little bit different now. Now we're all trying to compress ourselves into this screen. Oh, I did a little bit of redesigning.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of decorating for Christmas and redesigning, so I had to move some things around. So we'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
we're in chairs now instead of a couch. We're in chairs, like we're in a study. Have to look all like I'm in a chair now.
Yeah.
Yes, we're in chairs. We're serious now. All right, we're gonna talk today about New
New
Mutants
Mutants. Which one?
number two.
Number two.
Number two.
Hated it.
Um, I will say this. It's gonna sound weird, but I think that my favorite thing about this New Mutants thing is the story. But I don't like anything else. That I know that sounds
The
crazy,
story?
but yeah. But this is my point. I do as far as the direction that they're going. I guess for me it's more of a nostalgia thing because they're all like in space and they're with we get to see like Lalandra's daughter like running a throne, which was kind of cool, and then we get to see Deathbird, which is kind of cool, and then we get to see Gladiator, which is cool if you were like into all that stuff. But I liked the X-Men space stories of back in the day when they were kicking it with Lalandra and with the Shi'ar Empire and fighting Gladiator and all that. So for me, it's kind of a cool like nostalgic throwback kind of thing. I think that's what I mean that I like because the story in and of itself is kind of slow and frankly kind of weak. But I do like the nostalgia elements. I like seeing those characters again. The New Mutants in and of themselves have no personality. um, Sunspot, I hate the depiction of Sunspot.
Which one is Sunspot?
Sunspot is Roberto, the one that got smacked in the face.
Who got smacked in the face?
Right there. You're on the page.
Oh.
You're literally looking at the page.
Where the lady socked him in the face?
Yeah. I hate the way that he's depicted in this series. I mean, he's depicted as a rich boy brat, basically. To me, that's how he seems to me. Like he's like, oh, do I look good from this angle? And oh, he's like that. He's like this priss boy. That we haven't. I've never seen him depicted this way before, and I do not like it. And my other complaint about this would be that we don't see the New Mutants do anything. I understand they're not in a combat situation, but most of them we haven't seen them even use their powers. My wife is sitting up here going, "What do they even do?" Because they haven't shown them do anything. We haven't seen Sunspot glow and start, getting all super strong or anything. We haven't seen Wolfsbane turn into a wolf. We've seen nothing other than Mondo being some earth and Chamber doing something. Well, he pulled his thing down from his mouth, showing that he had some powers, but we didn't really see the full effect of it because it was just like it went on to the next thing or whatever. So that would be my main issue with the New Mutants book is the characterizations are off. We don't get to see the New Mutants in action. I mean, who goes to look at a superhero book to see them gambling and drinking the whole book or complaining the whole time? It's boring to me.
Are you gonna talk about the story at all, or are you just
Yeah.
gonna critique it and talk about what you don't like?
Well, there wasn't much really going on in the story.
Well, they're in
That's the
jail
thing.
and
Yeah.
they got
Oh, they did
get released to whose custody?
to Cannonball. They actually
Cannonball's
got
custody.
to
Yeah,
see
so-
Cannonball, who they went out there to see. Cannonball is married to Smasher from the Imperial Guard, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know that. Maybe it's something that's been going on.
For some reason, that's her name, Smasher. I didn't even know that was her name. But anyway, when I look at her outfit or whatever, she kind of reminds me of Ant-Man. But anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that with the goggles. And,
and the suit and whatever. Yeah. So for me, I didn't like the story. It was boring. It just seemed like they were just complaining or it was stupid. I was really disappointed. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to read New Mutants. It's just the first two issues. It's just boring.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna read this book. I don't like it.
Honestly, I don't even think that New Mutants fans would be pleased at the way it is at present because they're not doing anything. We don't get to see. It's been 2 issues now. We haven't really seen them even do anything. Half the people there, you don't even know what they're capable of.
Yeah, I don't know what their powers are. I barely know their names. They just seem like little
immature.
Like the dude that's telling a story or narrating the story, or the main guy. What's his name again?
Sunspot.
Sunspot. It's just I don't know, God. I don't like it.
Yeah. I
don't even like the story.
Really?
I don't even like the story. It's just.
Well, yeah, they went out there to go see Sunspot.
Now I am curious, who's Home Chick in the purple?
Oh man, that's Deathbird. Deathbird.
Oh, Deathbird. Okay.
I like Deathbird.
I saw her outfit. I saw her.
She just likes how she looks because she's purple.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but girl power.
Deathbird is tough. Deathbird is pretty tough.
So what are they supposed to be doing with her? Is their mission to go find her or rescue her or something? Because she's on the last panel.
No, yeah, she's on the last panel because, okay, I'll try to explain this to you. Lilandra's family, just bear with me. Lilandra has normally been the one that ran the Shi'ar Empire. She's like the good one or whatever, and her daughter is currently in control of the throne. Deathbird is Lilandra's evil sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for them to be going to her saying that she's going to train up Lilandra's daughter in running the throne is a kind of interesting touch there because she's the bad seed. She's the one that's the tough girl.
Well, what was their mission? They got a mission at the end. Was it to go? It wasn't to go and get her?
Their mission was to apparently the Shi'ar Empire is in a fight. The Shi'ar and the Imperial Guard or whatever are in a fight with Skrulls who we haven't even seen, but we've just heard about. They're in this big fight with Skrulls, and they recruited the New Mutants to go and help in that fight so that they could get pardoned or whatever. You know the typical story.
No, I don't know.
Well, there's always this story of, okay, we got these people in jail, but they have powers and we're in trouble, so we're gonna take the people out of jail.
So that they can use them for their powers and that's how
and then they're gonna get exonerated if they help us or whatever. So that's essentially the story that we get.
Okay. So Deathbird is supposed to come in and train up the leader.
The daughter, yeah, because she's still a little girl, as you saw. She's still, and they're saying that, okay, we're gonna. Her, the little girl.
That's the ruler?
Yeah, that's Lilandra's daughter. Yeah, that little girl. And Gladiator, he's the leader of the Imperial Guard, the blue guy with the mohawk. He's like space Superman, basically. Okay. And so they're they're saying that she needs to be trained to lead them for the times that they're in now with war against the Skrulls and all that stuff. So they recruit Deathbird to go.
I like her outfit. I like the purple. She looked like she looked like she hardcore. She looked like don't mess with her.
Yeah, Deathbird has squad with Wolverine and not flinched. So yeah, she's hard. Deathbird is pretty hard.
Yeah, other than that, I didn't like it.
Like I said, I think for me, it's just the nostalgic element. I love seeing these characters again, but other than that, it doesn't really do a lot for me. I see where the story is going. I would be more inclined to read it than my wife. Of course, if I do read it, I'll probably be doing
I forgot about Deathbird at the end. So, if we get the next issue, I'll go ahead and read it and see if it gets a little bit better. But, if the third issue doesn't hold my attention, then I'm out.
Yeah. So. And on this book, I noticed, too, that the art kind of fluctuates.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you get, gorgeous art, and other times you get art that looks like it was dialed in, So, I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, some pages are beautiful, man, and other pages are going, okay, what is this crap? Yeah. And I don't even think there's 2 different artists. I think it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, one of them reminds me of old school a little bit, and then some of it reminds me more crisp and updated. But anyway. Yeah. All right,
So, I think that's
if y'all like New Mutants back in the day, I guess you guys should read it. My husband thinks it's okay, the nostalgia or whatever. But if you're new to it, don't even bother.
Not so much being New Mutants. I mean, with the first issue, I was like, oh, okay, it's cool to see these characters again. So if you're an old New Mutants fan,
if you're
check it out.
But
for this one, I would say if you're into I guess the Dark Phoenix saga or something like that, or when they were out in space and the whole thing with Lilandra and all that stuff. If you're into the Imperial Guard and Deathbird and Gladiator and all those people, then by all means check it out. I mean, the Starjammers are in the last issue. I mean, if that's your thing, then yeah, maybe you get a kick out of it. And that's like I said, that's the only part that I really enjoy is those elements.
All right. Well, whatever. No, I mean, not whatever, but...
She's pooping on someone's favorite book here.
It's not our favorite book.
I know. But I'm saying New Mutants, man, they might have they have like a cult following. There's some people that really like New Mutants, although I can't. Look, this series would have to get better though.
This is a review of how we feel about the book. I don't care about how anybody else feel about the book. I'm like, this is. I read it one time and I do the review because I want my review to be authentic. I don't want to have to read the book a few more times and just get it out, the first time around, and then maybe I'll go back and read it again. Like, oh, okay, I picked up on something here and there. But the first time I read it, however I feel is whatever I say.
Yeah, and this week, Fallen Angels and X-Force came out too, so
yeah,
we're gonna be talking about those.
Yeah.
Maybe do one right now and do one later on. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you gotta give it a rating.
I gotta give it nothing.
Oh, we're close, man. I can get you.
I didn't like it. I'll give it a 4. I already told you, hated it.
Yeah. I give it somewhere between a 6 and a 7. And that's
4.
And man, Gladiator, man.
Okay.
Imperial Guard.
Whatever.
Deathbird.
All right. We're done.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. See you guys next time.
All right.